That's hard. We don't want to kiss you goodnight. I don't got that. Anyway, shout out to Lloyd, Trey, Songz, and Young Jeezy. I think is on that record. Young Jeezy and your boy Kels. Y'all remember that? That shit used to go so hard. Oh my God. But anyway, that's that Be the One record. That's old school Lloyd. What is Lloyd doing right now? Steph, what's crack-a-lacking? You know, Steph, these mist sprays that I've been using in here, keeping this place right. Oh my gosh, man. Your people are lit. Shout out to Alkamystics putting me on. I got the unbothered spray, the good vibes only spray. I told y'all when the products came in that we were going to talk about them. We're going to try to get the creators on the show somehow. I got to talk to them. I got to shake the hands or something, you know, give some virtual hugs or something, because these products, magnificent. So shout out to Steph. Steph put me on to this stuff, and now I'm living great. I don't want to say it's all because of these products, but it basically is. So, let's see. Welcome to the show. It's Lunchtime TV. It's your boy. You might notice I got these grade A new frames, Cuddy. I feel like I'm brand new right now. Oh my God. I took a selfie earlier, and like the words that came out of my mouth were, oh my God. I see you. Couldn't believe it. That's how I knew I was looking good. So shout out to Zenny Optical, man. Put me on these good ass frames. Now I'm looking good. You look good. You feel good. I hope everybody had a good weekend. Hope your mental health is doing well. Mine is not too bad. It's decent, man. I feel like that's all you can really ask for. I mean, you can ask for really great, but you got to be realistic. So things are copacetic. Living life. I'm healthy. I'm blessed. A lot of great things have been happening. So no complaints. And that's a good place to be. Or even if I try to think of something that's getting on my damn nerves right now, it's really nothing. Like, I wasn't even upset that my Texas Longhorns basically mailed the shit in the other day. They didn't. I have to remember now, I'm at the age where when I watch college basketball, these are kids that we're talking to. They are men, but they are kids compared to me. You young men, as a fan of your play this season, I want to commend you on your efforts. You went through a tough year with COVID. You did all these things, and you played wonderful. You even won the Big 12 tournament. I struggle with the fact that y'all went out in the actual tournament and you lost to Abilene Christian. We're not supposed to lose to those teams, man. Come on. You see, I'm still repping my team proudly, but I picked them to go all the way. I'm not going to lie to you. So mine, like everybody else bracket, I did mine up here this year. That motherfucker's busted. If y'all haven't been watching these tournament games, even right now, there's a game on, which is so weird because based on the COVID year and how they're trying to get this done, that's why we're having games today. In the past, you usually get some games in the weekend, and then you wait till the next weekend or the next Thursday or whatever it is. They got games on right now. Shit's going crazy. A lot of upsets. People picked specific teams to go to the Final Four. Ohio State, Virginia, Texas. People actually were picking them this year. For the first time since the Kevin Durant era, we are finally back in the good graces of the college basketball elite. We had a chance and an opportunity to win the national championship, And then we lost. We took the L to Abilene Christian. How embarrassing that ass. I mean, it's not for me. I'm not on the team. So I'm just a fan of the team. But listen, boys, you did a hell of a job. I'm very impressed. Some of these kids, especially Andrew Jones, shout out to him, man. Young buck battled leukemia throughout his college career and was able to bounce back from that to help get our team to the level that they played at this year. So I want to say, man, from one hooper to another, I'm very impressed and proud of you. I'm glad that you were still here with us. Anytime I see you pop up on the screen or anyone's talking to me about Texas basketball, I mention your name because you are a young man that I'm very impressed by. You have gone through what most people would feel like is the worst of the worst living hell, and you have survived that. So, again, I commend you, young brother. You helped our team win a Big 12 title and then get to the first round of the tournament. But anyway, shout out to him. Shout out to all my Texas Longhorn fans, my fellow Texas Longhorn fans. We'll be back next year. Oh, my God. Someone called my mom. Gabby's in the chat. What's cracking, Gabby? People watch these shows and they're like, who are these people you're always talking to? If y'all have not figured out by now, Gabby is my sister. That's why she's here every day. Yo, somebody oddly, they're like, yo, is that your girl? I'm like, no, bro. That's my sister. And Steph is one of my longtime friends. Steph used to be on this show pretty consistently. She's one of the homies since prior to the days of me moving out here. Just very brief, like a month or two before I moved out here, we were chatting online, me making friends before I moved to Seattle. And then boom, there's Steph. And now we're 6 years later. So yeah, I do have friends. That's why they check in. Anyway, shout out to y'all. The rest of the show, now that I'm done crying, basically the rest of the show, I want to give y'all the heads up about Krispy Kreme. So if you go get vaccinated and then you pull up to a Krispy Kreme with your card that shows you have been vaccinated, I'm pretty sure the thing said that you're getting free donuts for the rest of your life, or maybe the rest of the year. You better hope it said life. And I don't know about y'all. I'm on a damn diet, so I can't take advantage of this, but I want you to do so. All year, offering free donuts to everyone who shows their vaccination card. Now, I know some people are going to be like, yo, Krispy Kreme is trash and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I get that. But at the same time, who's really passing up free donuts? All you got to have is a card. That's it. They're really trying to incentivize getting vaccinated. And it's odd that they're using Krispy Kreme to do that. I don't really, there's got to be other ways that y'all are trying to convince people to get this done. Not to continue to make us fat. But at the same time, that jelly-filled donut, I'm going to get them, man. If they're free, it ain't going to kill me to get 10 to 65 free donuts per month for the rest of the year. And I don't feel like that's a lot. Because the way I eat, that sounds like a couple of weekends worth. And then it'd be over. But you know what? I've been on this diet, and that's how I've gotten these abs to start coming through. My plan is that by the end of the year, so the last show of the year, which is like that last December show, I want to do the show shirtless because by then I want to have all of the abs intact. I want them to go from flabs to abs, the real ones. You know what I'm talking about. So right now it's March 22nd and I have until the last week of December to get these abs. That's why I can't take advantage of the donut thing, but I want that for y'all. So if you opt to go get vaccinated, be sure to go to Krispy Kreme and take them up on their gracious offer and go get free donuts for the rest of the year. Original House of Donuts, I don't know what that is. I've only really eaten at Krispy Kreme for the last all of my entire life. If I'm being completely honest, where I lived before, they always had a Krispy Kreme. So that's the only donuts I've eaten my entire life. I've tried other places, but no one's really hitting like that except There's this donut shop in Renton, Washington. Oh my God, they have the best maple bars. I talked about them on this show before. I used to be somebody that would scoff at the idea of someone offering me a maple bar. Like, ugh, you gonna hand me that dirty ass shit? I don't want that shit. How dare you offer that to me? Even though it's free food. Who's really turning out free food? Dumb niggas. And then my old roommate, Nika, shout out to Nika. That's my dog. Nika and Brandon, my people. But Nika and Brandon, they're always telling me about this donut place. And I'll be like, nah, no thanks. I'm not a fan of maple bars like that. And then one day, my fat ass was hungry. And I'm not shaming myself. Just at the time, I was probably about 280, 85. So for me, I'm saying that I was fat. I know my body, I was fat, okay? And then my man Deontay, when he went to train me, he measured me at the gym. There was a high percentage of fat, okay? Anyway. But I try this maple bar, and I'm like, oh, shit, what is this? This feels as good as me putting my mouth on the... Let me stop. But that's how good this maple bar is, okay? I forget what the place is called. I'm going to look it up, and we're going to talk about them tomorrow. But I'm going to tell you this. You think of your best experience, and it's +5. That's what the donut is. Your best experience. And I'm talking about the freaky stuff. The donut is equal to that. It's that good. Okay. Before I get up out of here, Elise in the chat was cracking. Let's see. Is the shop up on the hill? Yeah. Up by Renton Tech. That's where we used to stay. By the Safeway, but it's a little bit past that. It's like down by this little gas station. I think so. Maybe. I don't know. I forget the name. Steph might know. Shout out to Steph. I feel like, Steph, you were on the show when I talked about this. Because that was like a year ago when we talked about it. But damn, them shits is fire. Round Rock Donuts. Yeah, we did eat those for a long time. Because when I lived in Texas, Gabby and I lived in a city called Round Rock, Texas. So we did eat those donuts. Those and Krispy Kreme, those are the only donuts I've consistently eaten my whole entire life. But anyway, let me get off these donuts. Again, I need y'all to hold me accountable. I'm trying to do the last show of the year shirtless. And I know that sounds crazy, but if you know me, you know I have been someone my entire life who was kind of struggled with the way I look. So when I do this show, it's going to be because I'm trying to flex. Not like, ugh, I'm not doing all that because that's weirdo shit. I don't even do that now. But I want to just be able to sit back and then y'all just admire all these new tattoos I might get and then these abs, all right? It's going to be lit. And you know what? Listen, because we trying to get the views up. It's for everybody. I want all of y'all to be like, God damn, this nigga looks good. And it's starting with these glasses. All right. Anyway, before I get up out of here, I wanted to give you a quick Justice League review. So if you have not seen this movie, I want you to go back and watch the one from 2017 first. Justice League is a part of the DC universe. And as most of you know, you don't even have to be a comic book fan to understand this, but you have to know that lately when it comes to box office movies, Marvel has basically been literally taking, you think of the worst dump you've ever taken, they're doing that to DC times 10. It's been bad. The move, like you think of what Captain America, Iron Man, Black Panther, like you talk about all these movies, and literally DC, Wonder Woman, that 2-part series is actually the best that they have right now until March 18th, this past week when Justice League dropped. Batman vs. Superman was kind of dope, and then the Superman movie that preceded that was pretty dope. But those movies still ain't enough to compete with Marvel. So in 2017, some director took over for the guy who had done the previous 2 movies because he was on like sabbatical or something. Or maybe they fired him. I don't know what happened to Zach, but he did not direct the first Justice League movie. I want you to watch that before you invest time in watching this new one. It's not a good movie. Then they dropped Suicide Squad. That movie's not good. The Harley Quinn movies, those movies aren't good either. I'm just being completely honest with y'all. If it's not hate, if anyone tells you this, it's just facts. People who are lifelong fans of this comic book series, which is Batman, Joker, all these characters, and people do not like these damn movies, okay? They are bad. Somehow, Zack comes back into the fold. Zack is the director, Zack Snyder. He comes back into the fold, and then basically what he has done is he took the movie that Buddy made, and he made a director's cut. But the weird thing about the director's cut is that he basically just added 2 more hours to this movie. So when you watch the new movie, I hope you have 4 hours to spare to watch this. I'm only in hour 3 of a movie that I have already basically seen because the movie is the same, but it looks less corny. Watch the old movie and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It's one of the worst movies of all time. Just in the way it looks. There are movies that are worse, but in the way that it looks, the movie looked bad. The visuals of this new version make this shit look like it's a great movie. I don't want to say one of the best of all time, but when I think of superhero movies and how you would kind of want them to look, it has a darker feel. It looks darker. The action is a little bit better. It's not bad. But again, it's 4 hours. Now, there are still many problems with the movie because it's still the same movie from before, which there were many more problems besides just the way that it looked on the last one. Some of the acting is terrible. The characters never really seem to be in sync. I'm not really sure what Batman's purpose is because by the time he is in this situation, as far as being a member of this team, he's 20 years into the Batman thing. So you have to remember, this nigga doesn't have superpowers. He's just rich. So his body has wear and tear on it. He not Tom Brady or no shit like that. He can't play forever. I don't feel like I'm spoiling it because at this point you should have already seen this fucking movie. I'm not telling you the new stuff. If you saw the movie before, you know that one of the main things that they do during the movie to combat these otherworldly like villains and stuff like that are not from this planet. They're from some other damn place. But you know that they had to resurrect a dead body. And that whole process was weird too. But all of this new movie basically is giving you more background details and more character development, which I think a lot of people really wanted because you just have these random characters. And the only person you really know who has actually had a story up to this point is Wonder Woman because she has a couple movies. And then you know about Superman, which for the life of me, I still don't understand. I know it's a movie and they write it this way, but you mean to tell me after all these years, nobody's been like, wait, you look just like the nigga from the newspaper? Aren't you Clark Kent? It's just the glasses. Do I look different? How about now? And then when I go back to this, do I look like somebody completely different to y'all? How about now? And now? And one more time. It doesn't make any sense, man. After all this time, nobody was like, yo, that's Clark from the Daily something, wherever he work at, down there on 15th Street. Like, no one has just thought that. Like, you saw Superman on the news, flying people out of Baghdad and shit like that, doing all types of crazy shit, and nobody thought like, yo, where Clark at? Clark in the bathroom? I know he's faster than a speeding bullet, but damn, how you gonna be in Baghdad and be in the bathroom at the same time? So I'm not adding up. But that's part of why Marvel's been shitting on them because DC has not provided us with any real background on any of the story that they have been trying to tell us. Context has been very minimal. Again, director's cut 4 hours. 4 hours, 3 minutes, and like 38 seconds or some shit like that. This shit's long, bro. But it gives you the context you need to actually get you engaged and invested in these characters. Maybe there'll be a sequel. I don't really know. I don't want to watch just 2 more hours tacked onto this. Because there was a weird part of me that was like, that's what they're finna do? Like, tell us there's a new movie, but then just give us this same movie and then add another movie on top of it? Is that the direction movies are going now? Where if this is going to be a series, we're just going to keep adding on to this movie. So every time y'all come back, you got to come back and rewatch the shit. If you're going to do that, it's like my friend Leon Walker. He gave a great review. If you don't follow him, follow my man. What is it? Yoga Leroy? Yoga Leroy Got Jokes. I think that's what his IG is. He gives his 3-minute review. Some of the funniest shit I've ever heard. I was literally at my job today, tears rolling down my face at how funny it was because he couldn't believe that it was so fucking long. And then his favorite part about the movie was how they scored it. He mentions a couple of songs, but then he said his favorite part was the song at the end because the credits was rolling. He didn't really like it. Neither did his son. But it's because they've already seen the shitty version of this movie. And again, there's not a whole lot that's different about it besides they add in all this bonus footage to add it up to 4 hours. It already was a 2-hour movie, and now it's a 4-hour movie. So you just get all this extra footage, and then you get a little bit more context, and then some of the action scenes look great. Ladies, if you just want to see what's his name, Jason something with his shirt off, it's like that the whole time because even Aquaman, his character is useless. He don't do nothing, nigga. Not until the little bit of the end, he did whoop some people. They weren't really people. I don't want to spoil it for you if you haven't seen it. But a lot of people in this movie are useless besides Wonder Woman. Oh my God. She was the only one who was actually doing anything. Wonder Woman and then Flash just be running around. You know what? Just watch the movie and y'all let me know. I'm out of here. This has been Lunchtime TV. I appreciate everybody that's in the chat, everybody that's been tuning in. Shout out to y'all. So I love listening. Last show of the year. This nigga's going to be shirtless. All right? Tell your friends about me. I'm out of here.